This time, on Just Trav'lin, we are tasked with tackling this impressive and amazing 300-kilometer drive that is Highway 40. We also need to get through a potentially dangerous state in Mexico known as Zacatecas.
Police found 16 bodies inside a warehouse near Fresnillo. We're gonna be passing there, I think.
Yeah. Join us on our first adventure through mainland Mexico. Freshly rested for our big drive today, we need to get a head start as there are very few stops along the way to spend the night. We are first venturing into the nearby town of Copala for a few supplies before we hit the highway. A very small and secluded town of no more than a few hundred residents, but they're friendly all the same. We are looking for the only store in town, but as there are no signs or markings, it takes some time and eventually we have to ask a local. When I said supplies, I meant some breakfast treats. Highway 40 has one destination, Durango, the capital city of the state with the same name. On the road, elevation starts gaining quickly, just as our excitement does. Already a few hours in, still blown away with the beauty of this drive. However, it is going slow. We're stopping for lunch break on this amazing road, Highway 40 from Mazatlan to Durango. Apparently it's one of the nicest motorbike routes in all of Mexico, and we can see why. This is just driving along the cliffs, beautiful views everywhere. Wow, we're so happy to be here, and we're not on the toll road either, so this is all completely free. Perfect. We got to keep going though.
Yeah.
We're gonna go another hour or so, find our camp. What do you think about that?
Sounds good.
A short break to fuel our adventurous spirit, and we are off. Full of twists and turns, steep cliffs, and a view that can be seen for what seems like eternity. This first glimpse of mainland Mexico is jaw-dropping, to say the least. We pass small communities on this road, maybe a dozen, and we can't help but wonder how they survive out this way. Not from tourism, because we don't see any cars out here, just the occasional bike attempting one of the greatest motorbike routes in Mexico. This drive takes 2 full days, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I wish it was longer. We find a camp spot somewhere near 2,700 meters. Highest we've been in a while. This is it for the mountains. But we'll be back. Mark my words. After a lovely night overlooking the city of Durango, we make preparations for our long drive. But first, a stop at a park known as
Parque Fundidora.
This park, that is extremely well kept, used to be an old Iron Foundry. It was on the way, and we feel like we needed to experience something calm before we attempted the cross of Zacatecas today.
We left Durango behind us. We are currently on the road towards Aguascalientes, and we're doing something that we usually don't do. We're taking a toll route.
Yep.
And we're on a highway, so usually we try and avoid all that. But we are driving today through Zacatecas, and that is actually a region that is known for being quite dangerous. So we are completely prepared. We got enough to drink, we've got enough to eat to do this 4-hour?
Yeah. 4-hour drive from Durango all the way to Agua Caliente.
Yep. So let's sit tight. Hopefully everything goes smooth and nobody bothers us.
This drive today that takes us from Durango to Aguas Caliente is just over 400 kilometers, all on a toll highway. Now don't get us wrong, we aren't calling all of Mexico dangerous. We love this country, But just like places all over the world, there are some trouble spots. This specific one just happens to be in the middle of our drive. This drive will take us most of the day, and we occasionally see interesting things, like the more than common brush fires on the side of the road. And then there's the smog. This whole area is just covered in this disgusting haze. It really stinks, all the way from Durango to here too. Even though we have the air circulating, it still is really bad.
It's really bad. It's really unhealthy.
Woo-wee. Nothing we can do about that, so let's enjoy this drive.
For a moment we were thinking of maybe stopping in Zacatecas because it actually looks like a really nice town. So I started Googling a little bit about the safety. And to give you a little update. Last week, 8 people were killed inside a bar in Jerez, south of the capital of city of Zacatecas.
So no bars. Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to the bar then. In early 2022, police found 16 bodies inside a warehouse near Fresnillo. We're gonna be passing there, I think.
Yeah.
And in November of 2021, that's quite a while ago, police pulled down 17 bodies hanging from trees and bridges, also near Fresnillo.
This is the Wild Wild West.
Ooh, okay, I think we're just gonna leave the city for what it is.
We're just gonna drive through.
Yeah, let's drive through and not stop.
No stop.
Too bad, because I think it's actually quite a nice city.
A nice city perhaps, but we aren't looking for trouble and don't want to start anything. So it's just us and the highway today. Soon into our drive, we start to see signs for toll crossings. This is the first of many on this route, and luckily, not overly expensive.
Toll stop number 2.
The tolls are in quick succession.
Toll stop number 3.
The toll stops also have government, military, or police, so that is a nice added bit of security to have.
Toll stop number 4.
We only went through 4 tolls on this road. We expected more, but with every toll, there was another checkpoint we crossed with armed government individuals who didn't seem too interested in us. I think that they have more interesting things to do than look through some passing Gringos truck.
We have to stop. He's falling asleep.
Didn't even look at us.
He's like rubbing his eyes, he's falling asleep.
That was before was the easiest checkpoint. This is now the easiest checkpoint.
Yeah.
Where they looked down and didn't even look at us.
They didn't even look. At least the other lady was looking and like waving us through.
Okay.
Alright, yeah. Okay. No complaints.
And with that final checkpoint, we made it through the state of Zacatecas. We are now in the state of Aguascaliente after a long and mildly stressful day. We are pretty tired though, and can't wait to relax in the campground we have booked, also in a locked and gated property for a small bit of comfort there too.
After driving non-stop for 4 to 5 hours, we made it to this little gem. It is called La Rincos de Abuelos, which means the corner of the grandparents. So, I'm gonna show you around. It is absolutely gorgeous. We are all by ourselves here. And yeah, it's great. Let me show you around. A little garden. There's a playground. There's even a little swimming pool.
I wouldn't go swimming in.
Beautiful place, eh?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Look at that. Mucho tranquilo.
Happy to have this adventure over with. We're getting very close to the center of the country, where we will be trading for a different kind of adventure. Mexico has some amazing and beautiful cities that we will be exploring next time. on Just Trav'lin.